Okay, we're continuing. This is part 2 of this book review, The Quest for the Holy Grail and the Passing of King Arthur, and sort of like Bullfinch too, the Age of Chivalry. Okay, so here's a beautiful painting, again by Edmund Layton, about the shadow. Okay, and so the guy's getting ready to go out on his mission, and his woman's saying goodbye to him. She's tracing his shadow on the wall. Okay. And here's more knights saying goodbye to their ladies. These long-distance romances are very difficult. And here is Meeting on the Turret Stairs by Frederick Burton. This is like the most famous painting ever made in Ireland. Ireland's not much for painting because the Irish are too poor. They're like the slaves of the British. But it's a magnificent painting. It's beautiful. And here is Godspeed by Edmund Layton. He's the magnificent English artist, disciple of the Pre-Raphaelite Brotherhood. Okay, here is some additional nice paintings. So the ladies stay home; they don't fight, because in the old days, people were real that men and women are very different. Women have the physical strength of a boy in about 6th grade. Okay, they're not made for fighting; they're made for making babies, taking care of babies. Up until the modern world with birth control, women would typically have 10 children. Okay. So here she is stitching the standard, this beautiful woman here, and there's mama with the baby saying bye-bye to daddy, and who knows when daddy's coming back. Who knows if daddy's coming back at all. And I think this also is a lot of the reason for the personalities of men and women, is that women are good at kind of getting along with each other. Women are always chattering, like a bunch of birds, because they have to get along with each other in case their man dies when he goes, to hunt, to fight, or whatever he does far away, so that if he dies, the other women got to feed her until she gets another man. She tricks another man into paying her bills. So that's just human nature, okay? Whereas men tend to be more quiet, They got to get along with the other men, and they're part of a group to go on a mission and do something, whatever it might be. So this is the painting Farewell to Daddy as he goes off on a quest by Edmund Layton. They're both just magnificent paintings. Edmund Layton, he's one of the greatest artists who ever lived. Okay, here's Sir Galahad going on his quest to seek the Holy Grail, guided by the angels, painting by Arthur Hughes. And he looks like he used the same bridge that he used for that other painting about the damsel in distress. Sir Galahad on his quest, guided by the angels. There's sort of the Holy Grail, perhaps, in the background there. And he had to do some journeys across the rivers, and he had to ride in a boat, and once again the angels were guiding him, and there's a vision of the Holy Grail. Sir Galahad's praying. He wants to make it. This painting is by Frederick Waugh. It's all beautiful. The symbolism in Christian art is just magnificent. And now here's poor Lancelot. Lancelot wanted to take a try at obtaining the Holy Grail, and he went to the Holy Grail Chapel. And they actually gave him, he had been wounded. He had been in a fight, and he was wounded. And his vision of the Holy Grail enabled him to be healed of his wounds. So it did do him some good. But he himself was not able to obtain it because he was with sin for having bonked Guinevere when he shouldn't have been. They weren't married, okay? She was married to King Arthur. Not good, okay? Painting by Edward Burne-Jones. Here's a painting by a Scottish artist, Joseph Noel Paton. Again, Sir Galahad following an angel and avoiding the female temptress. Galahad the Pure, married but still a virgin. And he'll have another mission where he has to go to a castle of the maidens and he must control himself. There's a very good skit in the Monty Python and the Holy Grail movie about Sir Galahad and the castle of the maidens. Okay, now here is Sir Galahad fighting the 7 deadly sins, which were the 7 knights of darkness who were guarding the castle of the maidens, keeping them in prison there. And Sir Galahad felt that he was fighting the 7 deadly sins, and this gave him energy to fight them and to smote them and to achieve a victory, to save the maidens trapped in the castle. Again, these paintings are by Edwin Austin Abbey. So here is Sir Galahad going into the castle of the maidens, doing his utmost to not give in to the temptation of being surrounded by a bunch of beautiful women, all alone, all single. He's the only guy. But no, he does not fall to temptation. He continues on his mission to find the Holy Grail. Okay, and here is Sir Galahad. He achieves the Holy Grail. And there's Sir Bors with him and Percival. Okay, and gets a good look at the Holy Grail. And I say this is like, getting yourself cured of coronary artery disease, hypertension, diabetes. You have to be like Sir Galahad. Make yourself worthy. Follow the damn low-fat vegan diet, no oil, and don't be tricked by these siren song, high-fat phonies trying to BS you about oil being a good food, those jerk-off liar scumbags. Okay, now here is, once again, Sir Galahad when he comes face to face with the Holy Grail. And he's given a wish, granted a wish, one wish, and he wishes the Holy Grail is going to be taken back to heaven, and he wishes to go back to heaven with the Holy Grail. So Sir Galahad, young as he is, he's only about 19 years of age. He actually goes to heaven. He ascends into heaven. Who ascends into heaven? Like, Jesus, Mary, and Sir Galahad. Here's Sir Galahad getting a good look at it, whereas the other knights, Bors and Percival, they can't look at it as directly as Galahad is. Galahad can see the perfect beauty of the Grail because he is pure. Another painting of Sir Galahad being able to see the Grail and look directly at it. His vision of perfection, of heaven, and he wants to go to heaven too, the young man. Okay, so that's it for part 2 in the story of the quest for the Holy Grail. Okay.